family. Welcome to Oracles of Truth. And we are
the Oracles.
And we might sound a little crazy today because we extra tired, y'all. We extra tired. Did y'all see the event we had? Happy New Year. All right, family. All right. I'm Wunam, a.k.a. Nicky Love. Hey, Tafani.
Peace.
Peace.
I can't see shit from here, y'all. So I'm blind. All right, so we can't see y'all. Or can y'all see us? I think the background light.
Yeah, the light.
You want to cut that? You want to see? Do we need to cut this top light out?
Corey, turn it up. Let's see. I think it's the back.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. No,
yeah.
cut it on.
Cut it on.
Okay.
All right, family. Well,
it ain't got dark outside yet.
Exactly, but it's all good. We still going to continue on with the show. I'll write it up when I do the editing. But anyway, family, look here. Y'all been waiting for this topic. I see y'all lined up. Who we got? Let me see who we got on it. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. We got Melissa Lane. Hey, sis. We got Amber Smith. We got Nicole Bias. We got Zena Williams. Okay, again, welcome to the Oracles of Truth. Now, today we are going to be talking about my brother.
Black love.
Balancing your relationship. Having a balanced relationship.
I don't call them relationships, they're one-ships. Do y'all understand what relationships means, my brothers? Meaning again and again and again?
I do.
We can't curse ourselves like that no more. So guess what?
I was thinking about
one-ships.
Right.
So we take y'all. Can y'all see us?
I'm lying.
Okay. All right. Okay. Y'all got jokes today, my brothers.
I'm speaking on the relationship and finance in the relationship.
How much you speaking on?
Balancing the one-ship.
Oh, poor baby, his voice is so low. Can you speak up, brother Dinker?
I'm talking about balancing the one-ship.
Thank you.
Having balance. Spiritually having balance. You know,
and then I know y'all got questions. So, we're saying that, before we go on, we're going to ask the spirit of the ancestors to rise up. We're going to ask the ancestors to see through us, speak through us, okay? To give you the messages that you need. So ancestors, we're calling on all the ancestors to be with us, the ancient ancestors to rise up with us and be right here as we give y'all another great show. All right, y'all start.
Basically, I'm just going to give a quick description of...
Part of the day.
My car.
We moving too fast today.
Like I said, it's Sunday. If that mean anything. My card, I pulled the Knight of Cups today. The Knight of Cups, and which is a powerful card. If anybody know anything about the Knight of Cups, they know it's a real strong card. We'll get into it. It's relevant to the topic that we'll be discussing, as far as finances in the relationship and balancing the relationship, and that's why it was kind of crazy when I pulled this. Well, it wasn't crazy. I don't mean to say that, but it was relevant. It was kind of spooky because it was so relevant, and I'll get into the meaning and the relevance of the King of the Knight of Cups as we go along.
Okay, all right, family. I want to say hi to Jenny Forster, Yaya Sharif. School me to this shit ain't working. Oh, wow. Okay, we got you. Hold on, Yaya. Yes. All right. Peace and blessings, Demi Jewel. I'm going to get into my card, but Demi Jewel, we just spoke you up because Corey came down here all the way from New Jersey, and you didn't get to see him because you ain't called nobody. But anyway, my card of the day was the Hermit. Y'all know I read from the Tarot Nefertari deck, okay? Now, some decks may say something a little bit different from the Nefertari Tarot. It says the Hermit, wiseness, prudence, loneliness, research of spirituality, detachment from material things, silence, reservedness, austerity, celibacy, persons able to give, precarious advice. I can't see for shit, y'all. Precious advice to clear up mysteries and to solve difficult problems. Medical doctor, healer. Okay, what this means, y'all? Okay, y'all know I don't read with the cards like that. All right. What this means is that we are going through a spiritual transformation. And what this means is that those of you who have a spiritual calling, that are supposed to be doing spiritual work, like they said, your doctors, your alchemists, those of you who are feeling like you're going through a transformation and you are detaching yourself from the material world and becoming more spiritual, what that means is that you need to get on it now, here and now. Happy New Year, as the ancient Kemetic one said. Go ahead, brother.
And I pulled the food card. You know, the food card is a good card because it represents starting over or starting from the beginning, and it's a card that represents going ahead, starting without thought, just not being afraid and unaware of like the things that could happen and worrying about things that what could happen, what would happen, and just focus on just starting it, getting it out the way, because it's a beginning card, but it also ties into the reading that we gave last week when it said, you know, people are about businesses and starting ahead and go ahead and starting your businesses. It ties into that too, because as I was pulling this card, Spirit was telling me, for those of you who are thinking about starting a business, go ahead and start it. So it ties into that also, and it ties into the relationship. Because Spirit also told me a few minutes ago, for those who have did spiritual work to get somebody, those relationships are finna be taken from you. So keep that in mind.
Better use the magic for grateful reasons. Understand what I'm saying when I say grateful reasons. You know, calling up on the ancestors to clear our path and to bless us with the knowledge to do righteousness. To do righteousness, not to be vindictive or to be vengeful in any way. In any way, because we all know karma is the balance of life. You know, it's natural mathematics. So we and it's true, brother. Then what you were saying, because as I said, I would get on along with my card. Also, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Also, that's the man on the horse with the cup. Also, you must understand it speaks on the arrival. Like, hey, it's going down. You know, we the approach and everything. So this is what's going on. And the brother was saying it's time to move. It's time to move. This card also speaks of gratefulness and everything. So we must move forward in that manner.
All right, y'all. All right, greetings, Goddess Sephora of Alfred and to Zena Williams. All right, family, Jessica Crawford. Those who just joined, Delisa, peace and blessings, sister. Joy Hinklekin, you are so welcome. Okay, now we're going to talk about relationships, or I like to say one-ships today. Okay, and I know y'all gonna have questions. I know you're gonna have comments, but hold off, and let's let our brothers, you know, start out with what we have today for you all with relationships, or I like to say one ship. So who wants to start first, brother? Thank you, brother.
Go ahead, brother. Then you start.
Well, when I say spiritually we have to be balanced, what I mean is, for lack of a better term, like we have to be equally yoked. Not in the Bible sense where you got to be in the same religion as the other person, but spiritually you have to be balanced with each other. Y'all have to balance each other up. You can't be in a relationship where you're doing rituals and doing on the righteous path of helping people, and then the other and your mate is doing things that are contrary to what you are doing. They don't have to necessarily do rituals and do the things that you do, but at the same time, you wanna make that's gonna have a pure heart, that's gonna be loving and kind, just like you are. Because if they're selfish and you're giving, y'all not gonna balance each other out. And so a lot of times we get in these relationships and we don't ask the right questions. You know, we don't ask the right questions. What do you believe spiritually? How do you look at this? How do you look at that? You have to ask these questions, especially now, just to figure out what are people doing. A lot of you
because see, that time is important. That's a gestation period in order to move on to the next. So we must understand that in a relationship. And now understand this. I'm speaking finances because I believe without them, it's bad for everybody. It's bad for everybody economically. It's bad for everybody just as they move around. Everybody needs finances. If not, some type of system set up where you can be able to have some type of currency or some type of way to support yourself when you dealing with each other, or just a oneness, or you single, or whatever the case may be. So that's my biggest thing. Never fall out about money. Never ever make money the issue. Money is never the issue because it's crazy. It's too much of it to make it an issue. It's too much of it to make it. And if you are rightly balanced, as the brother's saying, that money, you will attract it. You will attract it. But financial literacy in a relationship is key also. If your wife or your better half is more financial literate and better handling money, look here, swallow your pride, do whatever you got to do, and pass that responsibility on where you will be able to live accordingly. And that's one thing that we have to address also in a relationship. Is, hey, look here, sometimes you got to give it up. You got to give it up in order to advance.
Well, you know what? Zena Williams says, y'all, so true, brother, on knowing to be compatible in all aspects when in ownership. Zena, I'm going to say I disagree with you.
I thought she meant one ship.
On one ship? Because sometimes the opposites attract. Now, some things should be compatible, but everything should not be compatible.
But what is opposite?
But I'm saying spiritually. I'm not saying everything.
No. I know.
She said opposite.
She's saying, what I'm saying is opposite, basically.
Black or white, that's opposite.
No.
Because if you're talking about two humans, there's no opposing factor though.
Well,
because 2 hearts, 4 lungs, 4 eyes, 4 ears, there's no opposing anything though.
But she's saying compatible. What's compatible to you?
Compatible to me is shit, 2 legs, 2 arms. You feel what I'm saying? A different, a female, male. Now compatible. See, we must not get caught up in this superficial thing of compatibility. We must connect spiritually first, because we are compatible because we are spiritual beings. Off top now, whether we could get along or not on the physical plane or on some superficial bullshit that we done came up with, or this how a relationship should be. No, or I'm gonna control you with money, or I'm gonna control. No. Then when we speak of compatibility, sacrifice.
I don't know about that, brother.
No one is compatible. No one is compatible.
I don't know about that.
In that case, no one is compatible then.
Well, I mean, let's put it this way. That's why I said, what is your definition of compatible?
Yeah, no one is compatible then.
Because at the end of the day, let's say,
everyone is compatible.
This person is an outgoing person, and this person's not. So now let's put it this way. You might be, spontaneous. Like, I love to travel, right? You might be a homebody. You don't want to travel, right? Okay. That's a problem for me. Because then you're hindering what I like. If I have somebody who has...
go, baby. My wife said, my wife said she want to go to Jamaica. What I told her. Go, baby, go to Jamaica.
Okay, what if I say, well, I want you to go with me?
I'm gone. I'm right.
Okay, so then you're not...
No, I'm going to suck it up. I'm not this type of person. You know I'm not this type of person. But that is work. That is work. It is work. You must work. You must understand sacrifice.
I agree with that.
You must sacrifice.
But
it's
I'm
work.
not getting with nobody who can't at least share a little bit of the same vision that I share.
See. It's like this here. See, you must introduce that to them. They may not come from that. They may not be used to that. Or they may find out, hey, shit, I really like to travel.
Look here, I ain't trying to bring nobody over again, goddamn it, and do none of that shit. I'm too old for that, brother.
I feel.
Shit, I got to show you. You enjoy like.
Brother say balance.
Look here.
When we said, when I said get a reading, right? before you get in a relationship, because we have a lot of women that come to us and the dude be on some sneaky stuff, or he has another woman, and some of these dudes have kids and don't even like to be honest about their children.
That's true. That's true.
And
that's true, boy. Y'all some slang ass cats too.
And a lot of times we be reading these people, and we'll see these guys. We'll be reading these men for these women. We'll find out. We'll see that the guy like to put his hands on women.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to know that before you just jump in a relationship?
Yeah.
These are a lot of things that we deal with as spiritual people and as indigenous healers, when we read people and we find out things like that.
That's right.
And we go into spirit and we ask spirit to reveal things to us. These are the things that we find out. You would want to know if a dude is putting his hands on a woman, or has he in the past before you get in a relationship with him.
We gonna know that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
She gonna know that. I'm telling y'all. Y'all listen now. Sister gonna know that. We here to expose the bullshit because sacrifices must be made. That's what this here for. The oracles of truth. Don't bullshit us. This is not Hollywood. We trying to reach the masses of the people, and we want to protect our women and lift them up.
All right, so
Yaya Sharif says, is there a way for us as people to come together and financially, spiritually, collectively get together?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you answer that.
I'm gonna say this: there's always a solution to a problem. Okay, always. But how do we ever bring the solution? Because in the past we have not had a good reputation of doing that. Now is a new day and a new time. I'm always going to be spiritual first, and I'm going to say, without the spiritual aspects of understanding what one ships are, you're not going to be able to come to an understanding of finances. And that's why we're doing this show today. Because we have been so brainwashed and programmed. And we live in a matriarchal society. I'm sorry, not a matriarchal, patriarchal society. Where man has everyone believing that the man must take care of the home. The man must be the one that works. The man must do all those things. Which is not the case. We live in a place now in America where you need 2 incomes. Okay? It's not even possible unless you got a degree, and sometimes that don't even work unless you're a millionaire where that woman can stay home and do what she need to do. So I like to talk about what's reality. Reality is having an understanding and closing the communication gap between the black man and the black woman. And not just that, because we got other people that called us of different colors of relationships. Don't get it confused. So having an understanding of that women and men think differently, and that society has played a very big part in the way that we structure our thinking. How do we come with a solution? First, we got to close the communication gap. I'm going to just leave it at that. Y'all want to add to that?
Hell yeah, I do. Hey, check this out. It's interesting that you say, is there a way? Damn right it is. Damn right it is. First, this is real. This is the realest shit I can say right here. Make those responsible who have made it. True. Make them responsible. Okay, I don't look. I ain't gonna keep dragging these folks' name in the mud. We can name 1 million people. We can get enough black people together. Some we know who done brag that they got $1 million in their mouth and on their neck and on their pinky and on all of this. Yeah, you may have donated to some charities, yeah, but none of the charities that you donated to have I seen in the neighborhood doing anything. Anything. Only thing I'm saying is we must make those problems. That's how we can come together as a people financially and spiritually. We must get on the same accord and realize that we must abandon the Western philosophy of religion. We must abandon the Jesus. We must get out of the church, because the church has been a hoax, and we have seen it because it existed. And for the past 30 years, y'all know, because it's public record, they have collected over $420 billion from the patrons who go there every Sunday paying their 10% tithe. They have collected this from the neighborhood, from the black community, and yet they don't own a school in our neighborhood. They don't own a hospital in our neighborhood. So it is a scam. And if it's not a scam, it is the most elaborate hoax ever in the world, but it is definitely profitable.
And you know what? You're right, brother. But to me, the church is doing the same thing. The church and the police department, to me, they're part of the same entity, because the police was used to keep us physically in check, and the church is put in place to keep us mentally and spiritually in check. It's doing what it's supposed to do.
But see, we must abandon that, because you got to.
And we must abandon that.
We got to realize this here. First of all, man, there's no time. There's no time. I'm sorry, y'all. This is who was that?
Sleeper.
I apologize. I thought that was my cat, my black cat, my yacht. But we must abandon at all costs the principles, the financial principles that they hold, the religious principles that they hold, and they family and relationship principles that they hold. Who the hell is a white man or a white woman to tell me how to deal with a sister? Man, get out of here. I don't give a damn what Jesus or God you pushing. You ain't gonna tell me how to deal with no black woman, you lily white thing, you. Shit.
All right, so look.
Okay, go ahead.
Which ties into my topic, y'all. You know, and Zipporah, you touched on it a little bit, but it goes further back than the 70s, okay? Mm-hmm. When we talk about the communication gap, and of course we speak from the black community, if it don't apply to you, don't get offended, because we are in the black community, although I have a lot of white clients, but it is what it is.
And we pro-black, anti-nothing.
Right, okay, so now, we're saying that you're talking about years of 100 years of working and studying the black mind. And we're saying that back in the 60s and the 50s when it began, it began before the 70s. Mm-hmm. We're talking about the welfare system that was put in play. And I see what you're saying was important, but was before that. You understand? When Mama was going working in the white folks' houses, cleaning up their houses, right?
Yeah.
When it was hard for Daddy to get a job, and he would try to get a job on the railroad track, but at the end of the day,
Rich Price said, excuse me, because I just thought about when you said working on the railroad. Rich Price said niggas had to get a bowl cut, had to look Chinese to work on the railroad. Chinese
See
work
what I'm
for
saying?
their game money. Yeah,
trying to get and
all
so
time.
They studied the black mind and then decided they were going to break up the black family. And then, Zipporah, you had the 70s where, okay, black woman, we're going to give you welfare, we're going to let you go to school, but the black man can't be a part of it. Okay, black woman, she started getting a little bit ego. Oh, I don't need a black man to do this for me.
Because they knew one thing.
What?
If you control the black woman, you control the black family.
That's right. Now, but they didn't control the black family.
You and nigga, you thought he was talking about us men, but he was talking about our women, man.
That's right.
Come on, let's see beyond that. I'm sorry,
no, that's okay. Because they got to understand what it is. And the truth of the matter is they didn't want to just control the black family. They wanted to divide the black family. You don't know about that?
You want to answer that, Neighbor Jones? Neighbor Jones, you want to read that?
Hey, that's right, though, Neighbor Jones. That's right. You will, though. You will shed that skin. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Neighbor Jones says, me and my woman were hella compatible until I started awakening and practicing spirituality. I've been trying to put her on, but she's not ready to give a lot of things up. I want to wait as long as possible, but what if she doesn't?
If she don't, man, look here, you done rode that boat. But I'm telling you, stay the course, fam. Because see, it's like this here, you have to awaken that sister, build her power, give her strength, you have to give her, let her know, because see, black folk love they Jesus. Now come tell you now, black folk love they Jesus. And I'm telling you, a religious woman, man, look at a religious man, they got nothing on a black woman that love her Jesus. Now I'm trying to tell you, look how they shout and act a fool.
And her pastor.
Oh, they love their pastor more than they love their husband.
Yeah, love their husband. So yeah.
They buying him suits and everything. The
stay
husband
with
don't
her.
get nothing.
Stay with her. Be compassionate. Understand that. You know what you showing her is this is the last straw. You need no more. There's no more searching. And you know, and that finality, that's a word, right?
All you gotta do is flip the script on her. If she's into Christianity, show her the scripture in the Bible that says the man is over the woman, and she got to do what you say.
yeah. That's right. Yeah, use that Bible because they showed and used it on the. But all bullshit aside, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Stick with her, and just introduce her. Or get with the sister. She does counseling.
No, but even more than that, Brother Tommy, it goes like this, y'all. If your woman is not vibrating on a vibration energy level that you are, then the ancestors will naturally take it apart if it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, ain't much you gotta do. Go to your ancestors. You don't worry about it. You lead by example. And if you're doing what you have to do, Neighbor Jones, spiritually, okay, then your wife will follow eventually, but you cannot force her to do it because everybody's going through their transformation.
That's right.
At their time, at their second, at their minute, okay? Now, don't leave her just because she's not there. Leave it in the hands of your ancestors. And if your ancestors say it's time, they're going to go to her ancestors and they're going to start waking her up slowly but surely. But do what you do. Don't worry about what she ain't doing.
Do what them Christians say. Take her to the altar, brother. Take her to the altar. Take her to the altar.
I know we had questions before that. No, hold on. They should already have at least enough quality things in common when two people come together. Somewhat majestic around, yeah, because sometimes we got to teach each other. Sometimes ancestors put us together to teach each other. Mocha Brown, but some people change. Yeah, Mocha Brown, people change. But shit.
Not really. People really don't change.
They just grow and get wisdom, right?
Yeah. I don't think. I think we need to get away. Look at. Let's abandon the structure of which we comprehend our people today. Let's abandon that structure because it has been put in place just as Egyptology has been put in place to fool the masses to think, yeah, this is really what it is, but it's not. We must abandon those principles. We must get back to ourselves spiritually. Now, if you want to bond with a brother, okay, cool. You must find out where that brother is spiritually. Now you can find out a lot about a brother, how he feels about his mother and how he treat his mother or how he treat any woman or any person. You feel what I'm saying? Judge him by that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a way to get every answer to your question. You must open up your third eye.
Majestic Ross says, OMG, some single black women even say their husband is Jesus.
Shit, they done lost their goddamn minds.
I know. Look at it. If you would faith will get you by. Okay, Jesus, right? Okay, man. I know a whole bunch of Jesus. They good normally with the grass and shit like that. Construction. The Jesus that I know. Man, the motherfucker you talking about. Come on, man. Let's get real. It's 2019, people.
Exactly.
And, you know, let me touch on back, you know, with the coming together, you know, the black man and black woman. Yeah, a lot of times when y'all don't have men or the men don't have women, you know, the ones that are into spirituality, they'll ask the ancestors, they'll tell them, I want me a good woman or I want me a good man. And then the ones that are in religion, they'll pray for a husband or a wife, but they're not specific. It's just like when you're doing a ritual, you praying for something like that, you want something to come to you, asking for something to come to you. Spiritually, you have to be specific. You got to be like
to the letter.
Yeah, to the letter. Like you said, you
blonde hair on this side, with red. I want her eye up this way, just a little bit on that corner, down on the lip. You got to be like that because
you got to be specific. Because you can't be asking for I want a man to have money. I want a man that work. I want a man to take care of me. And then you forget to leave out. And I don't want him to beat my ass. You might get a man to do all that, but he's gonna whoop your ass. It's like stuff like that. You got to be really specific.
You want to, just it may not be physically abusive, but just maybe verbally or mentally or spiritually or anything. You just got to be aware.
And now, in reference to the closing the communication gap, y'all, back to what we were saying, there was many subliminal contracts put in place to divide the black family. And we're saying that we have to close the communication gap. The solution, in reference to somebody asked about a solution. The solution is that we as black women and black men have to do a lot better than what we're doing. We don't know how to communicate with each other. We don't have respect for each other. We talk to each other anyway. We have allowed society and man, you know what I'm saying, a patriarchal system to dictate how we run our homes now, okay? So we have to, as I always say, family, get DDR. Delete, deprogram, and reprogram. And get spiritual, okay? And I'm not talking about Christians, but I'm talking about spiritual. We are spiritual beings living a human experience. And what we have to understand, especially in the black home, we were raised with knowing what was right and what was wrong and how to respect daddy and how to respect mama, but we done lost that. We lost it. I'm telling y'all, we lost it. These kids are out off the chain with disrespecting their elders and disrespecting their selves and their bodies and each other, okay? We can start. It's not too late to start changing that, which means, and I do a lot of spiritual counseling, family, which means if you got children in that house, I tell couples, y'all arguing, what are you teaching your children? I had a young couple I was counseling for a long time, had 3 little boys. What are you teaching your sons? You're teaching your son to disrespect women, and you're teaching your son, at the woman aspect of it, how to disrespect men. Or how not to learn how to deal with a woman. Or
to manipulate a man emotionally. Because look here, regardless if you say you're not emotional or not, nigga, you'll take your weak ass in the bathroom and cry in the shower. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's just be real.
Well, we're saying that, you know, we have to understand, we have to do better. If we want to close that communication gap, it's all about communication. Brother Dingus is balanced. I used to say this all the time. We balance each other out physically, mentally, sexually, okay? And spiritually. All of it counts. That's 50-50, okay? I always like to say before love is respect. If I don't respect you as a human being and as a man, then I can't love you, okay? Now, we're saying that those are some of the things we have to work on in our one-ships as black men and women, okay? We don't know how to talk to each other. We have allowed society to govern our whole body, minds, and souls and how we deal with everything in life. And we have to take it back. Okay? And that's starting now. Okay, what should a couple do?
They have children. She ain't fit. I guess she might have hit.
What should a couple do if they have children? And if the ending of that question is like one of them believe this and one of them believe that,
one has grown spiritually beyond the others.
Oh well.
She missed that. We just answered that.
Yeah, it happens.
No, that's the one where she didn't finish. She put in the rest.
Oh, Candy Ray, we just talked to Neighbor Jones about that. You don't do nothing at all. You lead by example. And you have to let the ancestors take your mate through that transformation. And if he's supposed to be where you're at, then the ancestors will deal with the whole one-ship.
And be willing to shed the skin that you're supposed to shed and not walk around with shedded skin. If you can understand where I'm coming from.
It stopped? Okay. No. Now, Candy Rain, I know a little bit about your situation. And I know your situation. And your situation, I'm going to tell you like this, whether he like it or not. Okay? I will be on my altar calling every ancestor he had to whoop his goddamn ass. You hear what I'm saying?
Because we don't promote violence. We don't promote
violence. I was right goddamn now.
We don't promote violence. No. Not like that. Not like that. We don't promote violence.
Look. You know what her husband did?
No. I don't. She
has to hide to go to her ancestral altar.
He
knocked it down.
They gonna deal with it.
You better be glad he ain't got third leg. No, I'm talking about not that one either. I'm talking about one growing out his ass cheek.
Will you tell the story what this man did to your stuff?
Well, he don't understand.
How you got to hide?
He can't be held accountable. We can't be held accountable. He cannot be held accountable for that.
That's what we must understand.
We must think logically. Candy Rain, and if that be the case, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for you because you should be able to freely practice what you know to believe in. If that's ancestral communication, then taking advice from this sister is the best. So maybe it'll help. Have you talked to her husband?
Oh, her husband don't like me.
I wouldn't know. He don't know you, so he can't.
No,
like,
he
so,
said he
so
don't like me.
is.
But Candy Rain, tell the story up in here.
No, he don't.
Candy Rain. The husband, I tried to talk to the husband. I got him on the phone. Mm-hmm. I embrace the brother because that's what I do. Mm-hmm. I always bring the balance. I'm not about, picking sides. Right. What was the comments he was making? Remember? He didn't like me, and I was teaching her devil worshiping and all kinds of shit.
That's cool.
And he had the nerve to tell me to come to Cali because he's a gangbanger.
On Crip. What did he say on Crip or something? I don't know. Whatever he said. On the set or whatever he said. I think he said on the set.
Please, look. Please. Let's say this, black people. Let's not promote gang banging in the neighborhood or violence toward our black women or children or other brothers in any type of way. If there's some type of way we can sit down and have a dialogue to get some type of greater understanding about the way I believe. Now, to you be your way and to me be my way. I shouldn't get no flack if what this sister is telling your baby mama or wife or whatever is gonna better her. Maybe you need to sit and listen, because if whatever religion you say or whatever God you believe in that is gang banging, brother, I think you need to reevaluate the God that you serve or that you say you serve or that you think you believe in or whatever is your belief path or whatever. Yeah. You need to get on something else, brother.
April want to know what y'all talking about.
Hey, cuz, how's Sacramento doing? We talking about black relationships.
Sacktown.
That's my cousin. She's in Sacramento.
No, Sacktown.
Any more questions, family? If y'all got any more questions, we're talking about black relationships, closing the communication gap, the balance, and the finances, stability in a black relationship. Y'all come on with the questions. We got 20 people up in here. I know y'all got some questions. I don't know. It's
20 beautiful black people. Let's get some of these black understanding. Let's get some of this PDK tonight. This pure black knowledge.
She said she missed the question. Phone went out.
Okay.
Who said that? Candy Rain?
Yeah.
I said, tell them what your husband was doing to you. How he feels about your spirituality. Okay? Tell him how he feels. And now, in the meantime, we're going to take more questions. We're talking about black relationship. What do you feel about black? What do you need to know? Is there something you don't want to ask us? Is there something you want to know you could do better in your relationship? I don't like to say relationship. I call them one-ships. Okay? Mate, you had a question earlier that I believe you said something. Who even came up with the term opposites attract? I don't know, Mate. I don't know. Because I know in Africa wasn't a goddamn option. You hear what I'm saying? If you had to marry that man right there, whether you liked it or not. Dude, God damn it.
April says...
That's why I was laughing at.
April says, hey, why do black men disrespect a woman by calling him... I guess she meant beach.
He probably corrected it.
As hoes and putting them down.
Come on, this is just a.
Zena says Candy Rain's husband and her husband must be related. But that raises a good question. If I'm spiritual and my mate doesn't know anything about it, what would be the best way to introduce them to that?
Honesty.
A mediator.
No, I mean like introduce them to
a mediator.
Bring somebody in.
You must look and check this out. Now, okay, two heads are better than one. See, you don't have two heads in the situation when your husband, the stronger force or the masculine force in that home, doesn't agree to what you agree to spiritually because he's been on this Jesus kick or whatever kick he's on. So you must have a mediator, someone who knows how to balance the situation out, and maybe your husband or boyfriend or whatever mate that you courting at the time will be able to open up and see beyond the old witchcraft and let him know, yeah, it is voodoo. Yeah, it is roots.
Spirit.
Yeah, but it's spirit. It ain't no devil worship. It ain't no, we ain't killing no chickens or slaughtering no goats no more.
That's right.
You know.
Although voodoo just means spirit, and if people gotta be.
We must educate our mates. Right. Truly educate our mates. So I say, get in touch with the sister because the sister can counsel those, but it must be a face to face.
But it's got to be a respectful.
Face to face. Yeah, it has to be.
It's got to be a respectful dialogue.
Definitely a respectful dialogue. But and that's just all it is to it.
Okay. Tafani says, I've been going to my ancestors for answers about my relationship, and I feel like he's being protected, and I'm the one hurting.
All right, before we answer that, I want to answer April's question. April, it's a matter of the society that we live in. You know, as I always say, I can give you 20 positive things in front of your face and put one negative thing, and you're going to pick out that negative thing. Because we live in such a messed up society. We're talking about a brainwashing and programming mechanism, okay, that has been used against our kids in our society in this place called America. We're saying that. Is there an excuse for that? There's no excuse for that, but this is what we're talking about. This is why we have such a divide, because it's not okay to call your black woman a hoe. It's not okay to call your black man an asshole or a bitch ass nigga, okay?
If I may interject for a minute, I don't think that's black men doing it. That's not black men doing it. Black men are not disrespecting black women. Let's just kill that shit right now. Black men are not disrespecting black women, because wherever I go, I am a black man, the original man. Yes, I am. I open up doors for every black. I'm not saying that every man do this, but a lot of black men do this. So those assholes out there that's disrespecting black women, calling black women everything, okay, yeah, look here. Those few and far between. Let's not focus on them. Let's focus on what we are doing good in the community. What black men are doing good towards black women. Let's not focus on the why and all of this shit, because we know it is. Let's just focus on what's good between us, the love that we have, the black love that we have, the strong black love, the positive image that we have in our community. Let's just move forward.
Yeah.
So you saying those are black boys that do stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
I got you.
Definitely black boys.
I'll be honest, the first,
because I did the same thing. I'm not gonna lie, I did the same thing when I was 17, 18, 19, 20 some years old, until I realized the essence of a woman is like no other, and you must reverence the womb that bore you.
But to be honest, the first person I ever seen call a black woman out of her name was a woman, because my mama used to do that. But, you know, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, like, a lot of this stuff is learned behavior from somewhere, no matter if you got it from your dad or you got it from your mom. We have to be more respectful and you know, right from wrong spiritually, it's something in you, especially us as black people. Innately, we know when something is not wrong, not right to do, because it just feels wrong.
Right.
We must change our language.
It's just like a little child. If you got two little kids hiding in the corner kissing, the reason if they know to hide and kiss in private, then they know what they doing is wrong, because innately they just know they hiding.
Yeah, that's right. Now, Tafani, you know, in reference to your question, the question I have for you is, why are you hurting? See, let me explain something to you. Don't let nobody control your feelings, how you think, how you feel. Okay?
She beg to differ what?
Actually, by boy too, so she beg to differ about men not calling women bitches.
Oh.
She beg to differ about men.
I assume that's what she's talking about.
Tafani, what are you saying I beg to differ for? And I'm answering your questions. You're saying that he's hurting. You're hurting more. Why are you hurting? That's my question to you. Why are you hurting more? You shouldn't be. You're the one that's going to the ancestors on it. And see, the thing is, you're allowing yourself to hurt more. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Is she guilty for something? Are you feeling? I for some reason when you said that, I feel like that. Are you feeling guilty for something? Is that why you hurting? Is that because I'm kind of picking up on something like a guilty feeling from you when you said? But I could be wrong. Is that the case though? Who was that, Tafani? Are you feeling guilty for some reason?
Tammy says sometimes it takes another brother to introduce a man to this.
That's
they
right.
may be able to explain more than a woman.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, from a perspective
That's
of
right.
a man.
Yeah.
Because men will get spooked out because they feel like they don't have no power because this woman's gonna be doing shit to them. And that's why I think a lot of men don't want their women.
That sounds like a personal problem to me, goddammit. If I can't sit down with my goddamn man and tell my man, guess what? I decided to embark on a different path and I can't be honest with you, then that's a problem, because that means I gotta lie to you.
Tafani, you said, why am I not getting answers? Okay, look.
From the ancestors.
Okay, from the ancestors. Okay, first of all, look, you must connect to the ancestors. That's what you must do first of all. Like, this is not, you're not finna, this is, you're not, no, I'm not feeling guilty. He's doing wrong. Okay, so why are you hurting then? So, like, I'm just saying, so where's the hurting coming from?
Probably because she don't want to.
But I'm just saying, though, you say you're the one hurting because, see, it's like this. If you're the one hurting, that lets me know that you are the sole controller of your emotions. You. So if you're the one hurting, you got to look at what you're doing and change your way. Change that because you control that. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Erica, I'm single because every man I've met believes I'm crazy and they are into church and they think I worship the devil because I don't go to church. And it's just not too many men out there that are awakened.
Yes, it is, Queen. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Keep on going. Keep running them brothers away that's pitching this Jesus shit. Keep running them away. You're going to find a brother that's going to be your balance, and that's going to be your love, Queen.
Okay. Shawnee says, as women, we need to focus on healing our wombs so we heal from trauma and past relationships.
Ooh, powerful. That's right. That's right.
Men too, though. At the end of the day, one of the things, and I used to teach this years ago, y'all. We used to have a show.
Scared as hell.
I'm going to say this, Shawnee. You should take time to heal and get your thoughts together. But also, too, when you're spiritual, you understand what a one-ship is about and why you go through them. And we're saying that a lot of times, because we are not on our spiritual vibration levels we're supposed to be on, what happens is you don't have an understanding of what a one-ship is about. And we're saying that means if you go through a one-ship, sometimes the ancestors will take you through a bad one-ship to get to the good one. So you will know what to recognize when that good one comes along because you already had the bad.
Let's not say bad. Let's leave these words alone.
All right, I got you, my brother.
Let's leave these words alone. Let's not say bad because we learn.
Relationship.
No, we learn. We must think. As I said, this card I pull is the Knight of Cups. It says, "Be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful." Just because your light may shine and you may shed a skin faster than your mate, you must move on and you must not harbor no hard feelings.
Wait a minute. Rewind. My brother, who created those cards?
No, we ain't even talking about that. We ain't even talk. Look at check this out. I don't need the cards.
All right, okay.
I don't need the cards.
So I'm just messing with him, y'all.
Yeah, I don't need the cards.
The point is, all I'm saying is the ancestors will allow you to go through some disagreeable things. Okay.
Okay. Yes,
okay.
Right. That's right.
So you will understand what it is to have agreeable things in your life. So we all go through life experiences. We all go through life experiences, whether they're good or bad. It's all for a lesson, for you to learn a lesson. So if you've been through some domestic abuse, if you've been through a one-ship where, that man or that woman, did you wrong, guess what? You had to go through that because you had to understand what pain was, because you wouldn't know what pain was without having no pain.
But if you went through it once, like an ass whooping, and you went through it more than once, see, don't blame him. Because you should have took your ass on the first ass whooping. You should have skied up then, so don't blame him for the second, third, and fourth ass whooping. See, all that is you. I'm just saying.
That's true.
That don't make him no better.
But I love him. Yeah. I ain't that much love in the goddamn world. But you put your hands on me, I'm going to knock your head off. That's right. Simple as that. Okay? At the end of the day,
knocking your head off.
You're damn right. So, all I'm saying is at the end of the day, all I say is that we come back to this earth. Now I'm taking y'all straight spiritual. When you chose to come to this earth, you chose for one reason or the other. And when you go through your one-ships, whatever it may be, a lot of times, another thing too, y'all, we make the mistake of thinking that we're supposed to be in a one-ship and it's not. We're supposed to be there to heal each other. And it don't have nothing to do with sex. You ain't supposed to sleep together. You ain't supposed to do none of that. It's just put together to heal each other for whatever you're supposed to heal each other for. Go ahead.
Y'all listen, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
I had to learn that myself.
Okay.
Tafani, she says, she has no real proof, to confront him. But if you know through a reading, eventually, like when you get a reading, sometimes things will start adding up to you, like, oh, he did this, he did that.
What's Tafani calling from?
Tafani, where you at?
Where you at, Tafani?
She has no real proof to confront him. Well, you know what?
Here's a sister right here. If you ain't got this sister, no.
She got a reading. That's how she knows.
She said she don't have.
Like I revealed some shit to her, but she can't find the proof. I started investigating. Start looking for proof.
Talk to him. Reveal somebody.
He ain't gonna admit.
Actually, you know what? I got a better one to find it. If you got to do all that, that's too much. If I got to do all that with a man, that's too goddamn much.
Beantown, what's happening?
Yeah, I'm not doing all that. So we're saying that, Tafani, go to your ancestors and ask them to reveal to you what this man is doing.
Yeah, there you go.
All the rest of the shit is out the door. When you get old, you there's certain time, there's certain shit I'm just not doing. If I got to follow you, if I got to go through your phone, if I got to do it, I'm just tired. I'm not doing it. That means I don't need you. That means I don't trust you. And if I don't trust you, I don't need you.
And it's like this here. You got to realize this here too, Tafani. You got to realize that you are stronger than that. You are you the strongest vessel. Don't take the fact that a man just not, that is that her husband or a boyfriend or what was she saying? Is that her husband?
Her husband, yeah.
I can't say. I can't. I really. There's nothing I can tell you really about the situation other than try to introduce that brother to what's going on. I can't really speak on someone's marriage unless I got both sides of the story. I apologize.
Yeah, Mooka Brown. Okay, Tafani, we gave you enough time. Now we got to get on to the rest. Okay, sister. So
Mooka Brown. Oh, you want to read what Mooka Brown says? Mooka Brown says, so if you're not having sex with your spouse, is that okay? Replying to Nikki's comment.
What comment you talking about?
I don't think she said not having sex was okay. She said that's not the most important thing. It's other things than just sex. You know, everything got to be balanced out.
It's a 50-50. You and your mate should balance each other out physically, spiritually, sexually. Okay? Physically, spiritually, sexually. Mentally, you should balance each other out. All of it takes a very important part in what a one-ship is about. You cannot become one if you are unbalanced. It's the same thing that they used to say in the church, but the difference is it was an African proverb first. Let's not get it confused. So we're saying that balance. If we can't balance each other out mentally, then we can't vibe. We're going to argue. If we can't balance each other out physically, which means I got your back and you got my back, whether you get sick, I'm going to take care of you. While you laying in that bed, I'm going to take care. I got you. If you work and you not working, I got you. Okay? Or sexually, I may not feel like it, but I got to do what I got to do because it's my job and my duty to please you. If I just lay down, I don't give a fuck, do what you want to do. But shit, if I'm tired, it is what it is. I'm not going to deny you. So all of that plays a part in what a one-ship should be. And see, the thing about it, what we got to understand, family, is that, you know, everybody got their little moments, and it's okay. But when you're talking about a real one-ship, all of those things matter. You have to balance each other. And most of all, again, I'm going to say the most important thing is respect. Because if I respect you, I'm going to treat you as a man. I'm going to talk to you as a man. I'm not going to disrespect you and talk to you like you a child. I'm not going to treat you like you a little boy. Although some of y'all women and men have to be talked to like that because we do have issues. Okay? But that don't make it right. All I'm saying is it has to be balanced, even all the way around.
So we got to check that.
And you know what? I'll say this is for, you know, coming from a man perspective. A lot of these brothers that we counsel and give readings to, a lot of them are going through emotional things too, because a lot of these brothers, you know, they have been. If the first person that did them, first female that done them wrong was their mom, and so a lot of these brothers can't let go of that, and so every woman has to pay. And then some brothers, it don't be their mom. Some brothers, it be the first girl that broke their heart, and every woman have to pay after that. So a lot of times, what people, you know, men and women do is because of the hurt and pain and the stuff that they haven't healed from, they take it out on the next relationship. So, like, what I notice with women, but if they've been cheated on, men too, because some men, they get real aggressive about trying to find out if their woman's cheating because they've been cheated on. And women, they'll watch the shit out of their man. Like, what you doing? What you going over there for? Questioning them like they motherfucking law or something. But at the same time, you know, it's certain things, it's things like that you gotta let go of and move on so you can grow in the new relationship that you're with, because you're with that person for a reason.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say this real quick.
I agree to a certain extent, but you got to cut out a lot of stuff, man. You got to take these blocks off the phone, these damn secret code where your girl can't use the phone. Man, scratch that dumb ass shit. That's some high school shit. You know what I mean? If your phone ring and you not in the room, please, I tell my girl, please, baby, answer my phone because I don't know who it is. Just don't let my shit ring. I don't care. Please don't. You know what I mean? And that's just how I am.
No, he's laughing because
it took a while for her to like catch on, like for real, like. But her fingerprint can get in my phone. I don't care. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing. Zero. So that's what I say. So when you go through these things, we must be 100% open. We must be 100% open. Hey, that's time for another show. Cause we ain't got nothing. We probably got about 5 more minutes left in the show. So that's a whole other show. That's a whole other show.
All I'm gonna say is like this. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let you have this one right here. But what I'm gonna say is like this. At the end of the day, as well as he just said that, it's all true and it's very, very well true facts. But some of you all women and men need to understand that you cannot give a woman or a man a reason to distrust you. Because sometimes that's the case too. Sometimes they'll do things whereas they'll make you begin not to trust them. When you come in this relationship totally perfect, fully trusting them, because I always
nobody
believe
comes
that,
into a relationship.
Let me explain something to you.
Let me explain
something to y'all. I am a believer like this. Every human being is not the same. You may have been a cheater, right?
I believe that shit.
Right. So what happens is, if that man was a cheater, I don't have to come in and automatically think he's going to cheat or that he's a doggish man. You know, my ex-husband used to drink. I meet a guy after that drinks. Okay, does he have to be an alcoholic? I could panic and be like, oh no, you better not drink. Cause excuse me, you may not be an alcoholic. I'm sorry, I forgot it was glass, y'all. Sorry, but you may not be an alcoholic. Is that fair for me to judge you based off of what the last man did? No. So what happens is sometimes, y'all, we come into these one-ships and we don't realize, I might not think I believe that I'm going to trust you until you give me a reason not to trust you. I'm going to trust you until you give me a reason not to. Sometimes they'll come in and they'll give you a reason not to trust them and then get mad when you start checking the phones and, what you doing, this and that, you know what I mean? Because now what you did is you began to open up a wound that was closed when they met you. And we don't do that. We don't do that.
It happens.
Like I said, I trust you until you give me a reason not to, because every human being is not the same. Just because you went to the store, he went to the store for 2 hours and was cheating, don't mean that you're going to do it. You might go in the store to get some food, really shopping, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have to, this is one of the shows that is very important to know. This is where we have to close the communication gap with it. And I'm going to leave y'all with that. If my brothers want to say something, any more questions before we get out of here, y'all?
Questions. Amita says, so what if 2 people have known each other for years, really like each other, but they're not on the same spiritual plane?
Happens. It happens. It happens. Me and my wife came full circle. We met in 2004, and she went on about her life. I'm talking about we had a relationship. And we had a good time. And circumstances came about, and you know, she went her way, I went my way, and we once again our paths crossed again. We were still on 2 totally different planes in life because she had got married and I had got married, and we went on about our life. But then the 3rd time we came about, we was free. Our life was free. We had went on about our business. You know, we had both had marriages that, you know, it was, I guess, you know, it is what it is. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about it. But we found each other. We was really connected. And when we spoke and met for the first time, it was just like this was it. This was it. This was all it was supposed to be. And we looked back and we did a lot of serious talking. And we had a lot of answers to situations that happened in our relationship that we never knew because we had outside interference. Keep people out your business.
That's right.
Damn right.
That's right.
Quit holding finances over them women head, and women quit holding finances over them brother head. If y'all out together, man, look at that's a one-time deal. Everybody finances in a pot. If she's smarter with them, but throw yours in the pot and let her do her thing.
All right. I want to elaborate on his question. Amate, first of all, we worry about too much of what our personal beliefs is, okay? One of the things we gotta stop doing is, of course you would like somebody who's on the same vibrational level you are on, okay? That's just like a Muslim can't date, can't marry a Christian, so they say, okay? Take that out of the equation. Don't worry about it. If you like this woman, you approach her. Don't worry about her belief system. That's her business. And your business is your business. And just worry about the fact that you are connected spiritually with this woman. And if she tries to come at you, you tell her the same thing. I'm not here to talk about your personal beliefs. Because everybody has their personal beliefs.
But let yours and your life be a testimony of what you say you believe in.
That's right.
Let your life reflect that.
Michelle, everything I've learned, I showed my husband and teach him. We learn together. He doesn't go as hard as I do, but everything I understand, I communicate to him and my son.
That's awesome.
We didn't eat any meat yesterday for New Year and today. My son didn't completely understand, but he will eventually because we're going to continue this tradition.
That's good to hear. That's very good to hear.
Zena says, my hubby's scared as hell. He thinks since I left church, I'm in some type of witchcraft.
Tell your husband, Zena, like this.
You are?
No, tell him like that.
Say,
you got a lot of goddamn nerve. You know me. You've been married to me for 30-something years, and you don't know that I'm not a witch by now. Tell him to get out of there. Just send his ass in the room with that bullshit. Tell him I don't want to hear that bullshit. You know goddamn well I know witch. Shit. Get out of here with that nonsense.
Jaleesa,
Her old ass to go sit down somewhere.
Jaleesa says, this is so true about people being out together to heal each other. I believe I was brought to Kenneth to heal him and show him that we can trust, that he can trust a woman and we don't just walk out when things get rough.
That's right.
Thumbs up. Black love is
That's
real.
a real woman.
Black love is
and
real.
Ken, you better be a real man and you better appreciate that real woman because ancestors will snatch her away from you as quick as you can blink your eye.
Somebody gonna appreciate it, believe that.
All right.
Erica says my ex-husband used to put his phone on silent when he came home and always hiding his phone.
We call that a petty lying ass nigga. we just gonna call it what that is. Let's we don't give brothers like that no break. We not gonna spare them because if you disrespect your woman like that, what are you doing in the street? That's some petty ass shit. Get yourself together.
That's right.
Majestic Ross says full circle. That's what's up. That sounds beautiful. I think it's talking to you.
Thank you, bro. It is beautiful.
Candy says, any suggestions on how to heal from past hurts?
Candy Rain, look at this. When you get up in the morning, right? You could decide to be happy. You could decide to wake up and somehow have a bad day. Remember I told you, you create your own world. I don't choose to waste energy or time or 1 minute or 1 second of my energy in my brain on no goddamn past one shit. I can give two shits. It's a past for a reason. Okay? Alright? So we're saying that in this day and time, I'm not dealing with that energy. I don't want to. I don't choose to because it's my body, it's my mind, it's my soul.
If you holding on to things of that nature or you still feeling that, come see this sister right here. Where she say she was? She said she in Boston. I mean, where Candy Rain at?
She in L.A.
Oh, L.A. Oh, L.A. Hey, you ship spiritual baths and stuff.
Yeah, she got something for me.
Oh, okay. Oh man,
Yeah.
you tripping?
Yeah, Candy did a lot for me.
You know what's going on there.
And she been with me since Blog Talk Radio.
Oh man, that's live. That's live. I'm sorry, Candy Rain. I didn't know. I'm the newbie here.
Hey,
Much
Candy
love.
Rain. Past one shifts. You made it past for a reason. My thing is, why waste energy on something you cannot change? Because if y'all can change the goddamn past, show me so I can come back and be financially stable. Show me.
And look, if you are doing that, that lets me know you're not doing the spiritual work that you're supposed to be doing.
That's true.
Candy Rain.
That's right.
So,
well,
that's
she
what
the one who the husband be messing with her shit.
Oh, well,
you got to tell her to go outside by a tree and do
yeah. But we got to hook him in. We got to get him.
Well, we'll
stay. Hold your head, Candy Rain.
All right, Kashiba, gay Lord, peace and blessings. Cause you came kind of late. We about to get off here, y'all. I got to do a reading. We had a busy time. Did y'all?
Oh, we 5 minutes over. We 5 minutes over too.
I hit my elbow, y'all. All right. Y'all, next event we have, y'all need to bring your behind out because y'all missed a great event yesterday. Y'all watched it here, but y'all missed it.
Yeah.
But what that tell me, y'all, I meant to tell you and KD, whoever wasn't there, they wasn't chosen to be there.
That's right.
So the ones who were there and the ones who were watching, who were feeling energy, because we got Rose, she said she felt like she got zapped. Cece said she was feeling like, what she said?
I told when I was sitting over there and you told me come here and so we can use your voice. Man, I was sitting over there and feeling my feet, man, just feel like my electricity on the bottom of my feet. Like ocean was just washing over my feet.
See?
And I was just sitting there like, wow.
I'm going to tell y'all like this. The ones who were there and the ones who were watching us are the ones who are the chosen ones that's going to rise up in the West. The ancient ones. Y'all will see.
That's peace.
On that note, family, thank you for tuning in to Oracles of Truth. And we are
the Oracles.
And we will see y'all next week.
Most
so
definitely.
y'all tune in about this time and maybe a little bit earlier because we're going to do episodes every week. We got a demand for the show, y'all. They love us.
Yeah, so we got to do it every week.
Every week. Okay?
Look out for us.
Look out.
Look out.
It's rated X. That means you're extra.